Good morning, students. Let's discuss about wildlife in India. In our last class, we had discussed about various types of vegetations and their different features. So in this class, we will be discussing about wildlife. India has got diverse flora and fauna. More than 90,000 animal species are found in our country. We have got 2,000 species of birds, which is around 13% of the total world fauna. We have got 2,546 species of fish, which is around 12% of the total world's stock. We have also got 5 to 8% of world's amphibians, reptiles and mammals. India is the only country which is having tigers and lions, both of them. Indian lions are famous from Gir forest of Gujarat. Easily we can see them roaming in that area. Besides that, we have also got a variety of other animals like yak, bison, Himalayan goat and wild ass. We have also got some amphibians like turtle, crocodile and alligators. Ecosystem has disturbed due to the exploitation of plants and animals. Many plants and animal species are endangered, including pitcher plant, wood lily, black rhino, tiger, etc. Some of the species even have become extinct also, like for example pitcher plant and black rhino. Now, ecological imbalance. The imbalance created in our environment is the condition which is created by most of the human efforts. It is the condition of equilibrium among various components of natural community. Human greed is destroying natural resources through overexploitation. It is caused due to the unchecked cutting of trees and killing of animals by hunters and poachers. It has led to the extinction of various plants and animal species, and if you will not be able to control it, it can lead to a very disastrous situation. By these photographs, easily you can see how wild animals are hunted down and cutting down of trees on large scale is being done, which is creating such a huge imbalance in our environment. Now, what are the causes of threat? Indiscriminate cutting of trees to cultivate an inhabited land. We all know that human beings are just cutting down the forest on a large scale. Our population is increasing, and with that our needs are also increasing. Because of that, we are just cutting down the forest to convert that area into agriculture, industrial, urbanization, etc. Now, other factors of threat which are there are pollution, various types of pollutions created by human beings. Like we all know, we have contaminated water, soil and air. Thereby it has caused more problems for human as well as for ecosystem. Everywhere we can see the garbage areas, dumping grounds which are being discharged from our industries, domestic and other areas. Now, rapid industrialization has also led to an increase in the atmospheric pollution, which is creating a large problem for the survival of wild animals and natural human beings and plants. Greedy hunters are killing animals for commercial purpose. Hunters and poachers, they just keep on killing the animals. Now, water pollution is also one of the threat to our environment. By these two photographs, easily you can see how hunters and poachers are killing animals for their body parts as well as for their fur or skin. And water pollution has created a danger to all the aquatic plants and animals. Now, steps taken for the protection or conservation of flora and fauna. The first is introduction of various projects like Project Tiger, Project Rhino, Project Great Indian Bustard, and many more such eco-developmental projects are being introduced by the government for their conservation. Here we can see lots of biosphere reserves are being set up by our country. Wildlife sanctuaries are also there. In the map easily you can see so many are there. Besides that, the government has also created various national parks. Now, Wildlife Protection Act. This act was implemented in 1972 for the conservation of flora and fauna. Now, because of this act, the ban on hunting is being put up and the hunters are being punished by the government on a very severe manner. Now, there are many wetlands in India that are popular with migratory birds. Birds such as Siberian crane come in large number during the winter season, and not only that, in Gujarat, Run of Kutch, flamingos also come and they build nest mounds from the salty mud and raise their young ones. So here we can say India is not only good for our native animals but for foreign birds and animals also. It is a very safe place. So that's all in the today's lesson. Now let's see if you are able to answer this MCQ. What are the forests which are found in areas receiving more than 200 centimeter of rainfall known as? Tropical rainforest, tropical deciduous forest, montane forest or mangrove forest? The correct answer is tropical rainforest. They green throughout the year, and not only this, they have also got some of the features like they are found in the areas receiving more than 200 centimeter of rainfall. All the types of vegetations are found into these forests. They can reach up to the height of more than 60 meters, and the trees in forest remain green throughout the year, or we can say they do not have definite time to shed their leaves. Now let's recapitulate all the important points from our chapter. India has got rich flora and fauna. India has got a large variety of natural vegetations like evergreen vegetations, deciduous vegetations. Now in this map easily you can see how different areas, this is the montane vegetations found in the northern part of our country. Then after that we have got here the desert vegetation, the deciduous vegetation, evergreen vegetation, as well as in the coastal areas the tidal vegetation or mangrove forests. So by these photographs easily you can see how we have got all the different varieties of vegetation from evergreen, deciduous to the thorny and desert from the dry or arid areas, and montane vegetation here by the shape of the trees only easily you can find out that they are found in the cold and higher altitude areas. These are the tidal or mangrove forest. Here you can see their roots are half outside the water so that they can breathe. That's why they are also called as the breathing roots. We have also got a huge variety of fauna in this diagram. Easily you can see from fish, from tiger, lion, amphibians, reptilians, every variety of wild animals we have got in our own country. So this is the end of the chapter. I hope you all must have understood. See you in the next one.